and welcome to the Procrastinarium. My name is Jan and today we're playing EU4 as Pomerania. This being episode 25, I think? We've gone quite a long way. We've come quite a long way, that's what I wanted to say. I do apologize in advance if this is going to be a slightly shorter episode than usual, or if my energy seems slightly lower than usual. I have been feeling incredibly sick for the past two days, basically since last night. Actually, the night before last. And but I did want to. Basically, I wanted to record this episode, have you guys have an episode. It's going to be a slower episode. I have a history brief on the Kingdom of Poland before the Union. Have that set up, so we're going to talk about that while we let our manpower recover and our economy recover. After the last few wars, we're going to unpause and quickly take a look at what was happening. There were a few disputed successions. There was a disputed succession in Brandenburg where we would inherit it because we have claimed their throne, and in France, who has an heir. Now, what appeared that Brandenburg has produced an heir, Johann Georg von Habsburg. They have, which means we are not going to inherit it. We have a royal marriage with Poland. Sweden is calling us into war. Might not be a peaceful, slow episode. Can't even talk normally anymore. But yes, we're going to help our friend the Swedes. Where's our navy? Not in the best place to be at the moment. Moldavia joined, so did Lithuania. The Danes should be quickly. Swedish-Norwegian trade war. The Swedes should be able to take care of this on their own. I mean, there isn't much they would have to take care of. But let's quickly take a look at the war. It's us, it's Sweden, Lithuania, Moldavia, Pomerania, Riga, and the Hansa against Norway and Denmark. Norway and Denmark, neither of them are too militaristically superior. Our troops are ready though, so we are going to send our troops up north into Sjælland. Which I've been told how that is pronounced by Snowy Frog. Snowy Frog is awesome. I do have a little bit of news for you guys regarding Snowy Frog, but I can't quite release it just yet because we haven't figured out all the details. But something exciting might be happening actually rather shortly. We are winning the war against Friedrich von Wittelsbach. Which is not surprising. Denmark accepted peace with Saxony. It would appear Denmark was in other wars besides ours. Not anymore. They are losing the war they are in currently. We are going to let our troops take Sjælland while we carry on. Improved our relations with Lithuania to 100. We still can't integrate them for another 2 years, but our relations being high is good. We are not annexing them. We can't annex them. They don't like us. Bohemia cancelled military access. So many things. I'm having such issues following everything today. We are going to improve relations with you and you as well. Unhappiness among the clergy, conflict of opinion and interest over religious and secular matters between our government and our nation's religious authorities has upset the clergy. We can ignore their demands, lose 10 papal influence, gain 10 prestige, or gain 10 papal influence and lose 25 prestige. I'll take the prestige, don't care that much about papal influence at the moment, simply because us controlling the Curia might be a little bit hard at the moment. Who is the leader of the war? Norway is. We have converted a province. Very good. We're going to now convert Sadomierz as the next one. But yeah, since this war isn't a heavy intensive war, I can still talk about the Kingdom of Poland. And we're going to talk about the Kingdom of Poland between 1025 and 1385, which is during the rule of the Piast dynasty, which is when the Kingdom of Poland was at its height before the fragmentation. We are going to talk about the fragmentation of Poland. But first, let's to Poland becoming first a state, recognized as a state and then recognized as a kingdom. which during the Congress of Gniezno in the year 1000, which is rather fantastic sounding, Brandenburg has been broken by rebels. During the year 1000, during the Congress of Gniezno, Poland was recognized first as a state by the Holy Roman Empire and then the Pope. Which basically, if you were recognized by two major players at that time, which the Pope being quite powerful, it meant you were set, basically. So in 1025, Duke Boleslaw I the Brave was then crowned King of Poland. Austria wants military access? Sure. Was then crowned King of Poland. And that's basically when the kingdom started in 1025. The Kingdom of Poland was officially a kingdom. But historically ruled by dukes rather than kings. Which is kind of like Lithuania. Lithuania was a kingdom but was ruled by dukes. We still have that free advisor slot we haven't taken because we couldn't get anyone. We can now, which is good. But the succession to the Kingdom of Poland, which succession is who succeeds to the throne, it was slightly weird in Poland, simply because it wasn't strictly primogeniture, which is what most of the countries had. Some people had. There are different types of primogeniture, but normal primogeniture, how it was known in those times, is the eldest son would succeed to the throne, or the eldest child would succeed to the throne. Which makes sense, if you ask me. The eldest son would succeed to the throne, which is how it worked. It's simply how it was. But in Poland, it didn't kind of work like that, because all the sons had equal chance of becoming king. But the one who proved to be the strongest succeeded to the throne. Which is strange, but it worked apparently for them. Now, during the fragmentation of Poland, we're going to talk about the fragmentation of Poland now, because the fragmentation of Poland is a strange thing in Polish history. But it will work. Now the war ended, and then we're going to move to the fragmentation. Norway accepted peace with Sweden. Norway ceded Bagenshus and Agder to Sweden, paid 26 ducats. Move our troops back into Hinterpommern. So Norway is now only in the province of Akershus, which contains Oslo. Sweden being a big power in the north. Oh, Norway also still controls Finnmark and Kola, I think that is. The five dukes each controlled their own land. I know I keep doing weird things. Keep controlling their own land. Something's going on with Serbia. Bohemia, Sweden and the Hansa are in. Austrian purge of Bohemian heresy. Interesting. Who are you allied with? France, Austria, Papal State, Venice, and Muscovy. Strong alliances for such a small state. Well, shouldn't say small. Austria still hates us. But what was I saying? Oh yes, during the fragmentation of Poland there were 5 different duchies. But there was a seigneurial principle in place, which means that the eldest member of the dynasty would be named the High Duke, which meant that he had supreme power over all the other duchies. He was like the Grand Duke in Lithuania or in Muscovy. He controlled all the other duchies. He had his own duchy, but he also had rule over the seigneurial part, which was quite a large strip of land that ran from north to south of Poland, that included Krakow, and was basically a big part of land he controlled. He controlled a lot in those parts. We're going to try to improve relations with Austria again. Also, Serbia has set us as a rival now. Brandenburg shouldn't be a rival anymore. Oh, actually. We are going to fabricate a claim on Potsdam while we're at it and absorb Brandenburg. And try to get something going on with someone powerful. I don't even know who's powerful anymore. We could get a royal marriage with Aragon. But there's a family secret. I've read the text before. I'm having a hard time reading today, so you can pause and read the text if you're in 1080p. We're gonna scold him publicly. Netherlands declared independence. Actually, quite big Netherlands declared independence. King Friedrich the first von Wittelsbach rules Denmark. We have a brilliant diplomat. One young man in our diplomatic corps. He has distinguished himself significantly. He is a truly gifted individual and utterly loyal to us, I guess. Our nation will benefit from his work for a long time. Good news? +1 diplomatic relations for 5 years, or he can serve God. We'll take the papal influence. Also, the Netherlands, I just noticed, have a huge navy. We are going to invest in this cardinal a bit, and then we're going to invest the rest into this cardinal. The Netherlands usually start out with a huge navy, which is okay by us, and I've been forgetting to build things, so I'm gonna quickly do that. But yeah, the Signora principle, we talked about it more or less. Basically, the High Duke ruled his duchy and a large swap of land between North and South Poland, which included Krakow, which we don't have currently, which is a bit disappointing. We would want it. How are we so low on relations with you at all times? Got a claim against Brandenburg, end of religious turmoil over there. And I can start integrating you as soon as our relations are high enough, which a union only in name. I don't like this. How? Minus 25%? Yeah. They're not quite happy being in our union. Bohemia accepted peace with Austria. Bohemia ceded Moravia, Bohemia were Ratibor and Erz to Austria. Bohemia left the coalition against us. Hansa left the coalition against us. Austria is currently at war with the Netherlands. Poisoning the bishop's lunch, we will. I don't mind killing a bishop. But the seigneurial principle didn't really work. Also, I forgot to mention that the High Duke also had control over Pomerania at the time. Also, I'm pretty sure Austria will set us as a rival rather soon. But Great Britain has been formed. But the title of the High Duke, it wasn't that good for the Kingdom of Poland because there were internal struggles because of that title. Everyone wanted to be High Duke, naturally, which fragmented the country even further and kind of allowed for foreign influences, which came in the form of some Bohemian lands. The Bohemian kings, which their dynasty died out quickly enough, so they couldn't get a strong foothold in Poland, but it would have been quite bad. Now, during the reign of Duke Vladislav I the Elbow High, we talked about him before, he then united Poland again and ended that power struggle for High Duke. And then in 1320 he was crowned King of Poland, and his son, who is probably better known, Casimir III the Great, then strengthened Poland even further in internal and in domestic and foreign, well, in all methods, shall we say. How are our improved relations with Hungary? They aren't that bad. I mean, gonna improve them a bit more, try to get them higher up. And everyone seems to be a bit angry at us. The Netherlands, I'm not sure will survive very long. Simply because they're currently being completely sieged by Austria. The Netherlands, while they usually start with an incredibly strong navy, they never start out with an incredibly strong army once they form. Who are you allied with? Denmark and Mantua. We have a peace deal with Denmark. We're going to go and vassalize Brandenburg. At the moment, yeah. That's what we're going to do. We are going to declare war over Potsdam, call in willing allies. Sweden, France, and Hesse will join us. Stability dropped because of it. Did Denmark? No, but Mantua did. Everyone honored our war. One of our cardinals is no longer loyal to us. We're going to move into Potsdam, which is the war goal, and start the siege. Move some troops into Brandenburg. Siege, and then destroy their armies in Mecklenburg. Denmark didn't join our war. Didn't join their war. They didn't join their war because they have a peace treaty with us. So they couldn't. Poland changed their capital into Podolia. Poland is still doing okay. We're waiting for the aggressive expansion to go down. How are we not winning this? 1153 2040. There we go. Move them back into Brandenburg. Austria will not be happy about it, but it's fine. Lombard patriots in Switzerland. France is taking care of their problems. But this doesn't look good. I mean, look at poor little Netherlands. I do always like to see Netherlands succeed in these things because my best friend is Dutch. I always want them to succeed in everything they do. We can take a new idea. We're going to take debt and loans because we are at level 10. We're going to take that. We have had a few loans here and there. We actually have a loan to repay, which is 90. So we should be saving money, which we aren't. We are sieging though. Lithuania is still not that happy about us being their overlord. We need to increase our army size. That's what we need to do. And we should do it rather soon. Netherlands accepted peace with Austria. Netherlands ceded Brabant, Ghent, Limburg, Breda, Flandern, and Antwerp. Which is sad. That's most of the Dutch, well, at least the powerhouses, because Antwerp is a powerhouse. It has, it's a valuable trade center. We've taken the siege of Brandenburg now. And this war should be over in a minute. Again, I do apologize because I'm a little bit quiet now, but I'm seriously not feeling well. Plus, after we're done with this war, we are going to end this episode. It will be about 20 minutes long. It might not be an edited episode, so there might be a bunch of me umming and stupidities in it. I do apologize for that. I'll see how well I feel. I have a few other things to edit before, which are slightly more important at the moment. But yeah, hopefully the episode isn't too bad. We are going to vassalize them, which will piss off a few people, but I don't really care. Austria won't like it. But Austria doesn't like anything we do, so there we go. Brandenburg is now our vassal, which is fantastic. We are going to repay that loan and then hire an advisor next episode, apparently. But yeah, that is it for this episode. It's about 20 minutes long. I do apologize for anything weird I've said or the fact that I've probably smothered half the words I've said. I do apologize. I've been feeling bad. If you like this episode, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. There will be a new episode on Thursday. As with this one, I will record it nonetheless. Doesn't matter how I feel. But that is it for this episode. Until next time, bye-bye.